We're sticking with transfer moves here. To the Bundesliga we go. Alphonso Davies has extended his contract with Bayern Munich until 2030. The Canadian star had been connected to Real Madrid for a possible transfer since summer of 2024. Should Davies play out this contract with the Bavarian Giants until 2030, he would reach a total of 11 years at the club. So with this, I ask you, who takes the L when it comes to this move? Alphonso Davies or Real Madrid? No.
Oof.
Good question.
I think it's Alphonso Davies.
Wow.
It's hard to say no.
You're a big proponent of Bundesliga football.
I love Bundesliga football. I love Alphonso Davies.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I wanted to see Alphonso Davies playing for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Because, and here's why. 6 months ago, 4 months ago, he wasn't a regular starter for Bayern Munich. Vini Company, his manager, has done an amazing job reinventing Alphonso Davies. And he looks like the Alphonso Davies of a few years back when he was undoubtedly the best left back in the world.
Yeah.
So when you go through ups and downs, everybody does at every single profession, I think Alphonso Davies went through that down, but then he had the opportunity to make the jump to the most important club in the world. And the fact that having the chance to do it, and I don't know the financial terms, I don't know how good was
Very
the
well
offer,
paid.
how many years involved. He's getting very, I mean, dude's getting the bag.
He's going to get a bag for sure.
I don't know those details exactly, but it's hard for me to envision someone of his quality saying no to Real Madrid. Real Madrid is going to find another left back, but Alphonso Davies is not going to find another Real Madrid
Do we know
in
that
his
he
way.
said no to Real Madrid, though? Maybe it's just a
Well,
deal
saying
that
yes to
kind of-
Bayern Munich is saying no to Real Madrid.
Right.
Yeah, the offer was there.
Yes.
Right, but maybe it was something that he already knew that wasn't going to happen anymore. That's a completely different
Ooh,
story,
I
because we've
I
talked
don't
about
know,
Trent
Chris.
Alexander-Arnold a lot too with Real Madrid.
Well, let's
But
say
that's-
for argument's sake,
that's the opposite
let's say-
side of
For
field.
argument's sake, let's just go with what we know, what's been reported, that it's Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. He chose Bayern Munich. And don't get me wrong, Bayern Munich is a hell of a team, and it's one of the winningest teams in European football, and certainly the winningest team, and will continue to be in German football. And please do not take this the wrong way, but it's not Real Madrid. There are a few clubs that a player transcends into a different level, like being a player for Real Madrid. Now, I have no doubt in my mind that the last 2 years, year and a half, have impacted and affected Alphonso Davies' play. Alphonso Davies, to your credit, what you were saying as one of the best left backs in the world, in the previous years leading up to these transfer negotiations, was one of the best players in his position in the world. A player who, at the very young teenage, 18-year-old, comes to Bayern Munich, learns the position as a converted left back, and within 6 to 8 months becomes one of the best players in said position, winning a Champions League, is unnatural. He was doing unnatural things. We see him come back down to earth in the last year and a half. It's clearly affected him. Last season, a shell of himself. This season, he's getting better. I still don't see the Alphonso Davies level that we're accustomed to.
Because of his injuries or because of his mind and his
I think it's his mind. The injuries are part of the game, and they will affect you. But you see him for Canada, there's a reason Jesse Marsh, and regardless of what Jesse Marsh will tell you, okay? Jesse Marsh will tell you he's one of the best players.
Yeah.
Well, one of the best players in the world. Then why are you playing one of the best players in the world in the back? Why are you trusting other wingers? If that's where he is and he could be so effective for you, why don't you play him in his position? He's a player with certain deficiencies with the ball at his feet. He's a player that has ridiculous speed and athleticism, and he gets away with things. I think at Bayern Munich he's learned a lot of those things, of how to hide that, but in the last year and a half they've been on display. I think it would have been an experience of a lifetime for him to go to a club like Real Madrid, and it would have elevated Canadian football even more.
Yeah.
I'll rephrase. I'll say it again. No disrespect to Bayern Munich, but there's a ceiling as to how much you can grow as a player playing for Bayern Munich as you can do playing for Real Madrid.
Yeah,
you can even get to another level that you probably haven't been at playing the Bundesliga, playing for Bayern Munich. And he's not the first player in history to say no to Real Madrid. It has happened before. We just saw Kylian Mbappé saying no several times to Real Madrid. In the end, he's now a Real Madrid player. But I remember Francesco Totti several times. He said no to Real Madrid. Steven Gerrard several times. He said no to Real Madrid. But I don't think we can compare those situations to Alphonso Davies, because Francesco Totti and Steven Gerrard are legends
and
of their club. One club legend. So Alessandro Del Piero said no to Real Madrid in several occasions. That's not the same. That's not the same reasoning behind why you're not going to make the jump to the most important club in the world. Again, he has his reasons, very respectful reasons of those reasons, but I feel like he's going to miss out. And I don't want to, in 10 years, when we're here in Futbol Americas, not in New Orleans, but on Futbol Americas, when he retires and he says, yeah, well, I just wish I made the different decision and actually made a jump to Real Madrid. Because I think, Alphonso Davies, that thought is going to cross your mind several times.
Yeah, and maybe not in 10 years. Maybe it'll be 2-3 years
Hopefully
down
not.
the line.
Hopefully not.
Or maybe...
Or the next coaching change.
Or the next World Cup, which is right around the corner as well. Although we know that Justin Marsh absolutely loves Fonzie, as he so kindly calls him.
So do we.
But listen, life will go on for Real Madrid, and it clearly will, coming up this weekend when they face Atletico de Madrid, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Coverage begins at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN+.